Yes, I just happen to be in Egypt all of a sudden. All right, thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Well, here we are again. So I have, if you didn't see it, the riddle of the Sphinx answers. The first is a spider. The second is death. The third is a memory. The fourth is a moon. The fifth is a mountain. Sixth is a fish. A tree. Stars. River. Time. Sun. And hummingbird. But Mary got the last one.
Happiness?
Happiness? No. My mustache. So, I wrote that one. The only one I wrote. I want to thank everyone. I have never been so inundated with handshakes and hugs and how are yous and you're looking good and did you eat? Did you get enough rest? That's tomorrow after I finish teaching at 2:30. So, that's our last week of school. And then I have to grade. So, yeah, if you are a teacher, you understand that comment. The outpouring of love and support has been monumental. And I don't say that lightly. I have met people from all over the United States this weekend, people I did not know, people that are new, 1 or 2 years. The second year ones are really interesting because they're like, we just loved it so much we had to come back and we brought these 3 people with us. I'm like, oh, okay, okay. Are you coming back? Oh yeah, they're bringing friends. I'm like, great. We surpassed the ticket count that I needed, so we surpassed that easily. We actually sold more tickets this year for next year than we did last year. It helped. The dinosaurs ain't cheap. And so, you know, we're not paying for the dinosaurs, we're paying for the transportation of the dinosaurs. That's what takes time. The outpouring of support has been marvelous, and I can't thank you all enough. People who've been here 12 years, people who've been here 13 or 1. They've come up, they've hugged me, they've thanked me. Just a ton of things. They have told me time and time again how much they loved the escape room. Put together. Travis, where I can't see everything here. There, okay, there he is.
There he is.
The dark cowboy waving in the dark back there. And what Travis carved. And people, you know, will talk to me and they'll be like, it must have been hard. I'm like, you have no idea what we learned about carving foam this year. Or the time Travis was on the phone with me and the machine went haywire. And you just, and it was like, what? I don't want to tell you right now. No. I think, and I've told this to people, I think sometimes we make it look simple because it's in front of you. And you tend to forget when you go to an amusement park, it took 80 people to do the one thing that lights up or to move on command or to whatever. And the amount of time and energy that these volunteers put in every year, my 4 wonderful ladies, Betty, Tiffany, Nancy, and Gayla, have been absolutely phenomenal. The Hawthorne family. I've been hearing some things, and people have asked, like, well, where's Krieger? Well, he's Mr. Hawthorne now. It doesn't mean the Kriegers can't come back. It just means, right to this win, he's still a Hawthorne. But we're going to try to do some fun things next year. Remember, there is a movie called The Mummy Returns. So, but there's a lot that goes into this, and I hope you saw a difference from last year to this year with the amount of work and art that went into it. I tried to make it bigger and better for you. I tried to give you a bigger experience, and I hope it was what you wanted. To Vic and everyone in the tea room, thank you very, very, very much. He deserves it. He wanted to make sure everything ran smooth, and he did. To all the volunteers at registration and who helped throughout the weekend, Marty and Karen and everyone. It was, I don't have everyone's names, but they were so helpful, and they were there, and they got down what we needed, and everything was just wonderful, and I can't thank you all enough. There is a time that during the closing ceremonies, I like to give out awards. And I'm hoping, as they saw in France, and Deb Olson are in here. Are they? Travis, could you go run and get them, maybe, real quick? I didn't think of it before. I'm trying to keep my mind on everything. So next year, Emmy was right. I just need a couple weeks, and then I'll have new things up. You're going to see new pictures, new color, process charts, all that kind of stuff, okay? And you will see all that, I promise. I've started it, but it's just, you understand. Eduardo's ready to go to work on the new site. Gwen, where are you? There you are. Her friend made an app. We're going to try it for the schedule, correct? We're going to try it. We're going to try to upgrade and do some new things. It's a process, folks. Trust me. But you can use this stuff on your phone. Eduardo is very good at this part of it, and we tested it on everything, so it works on the phones really good too. So we'll start on that soon. You'll see some new graphics really soon, but it's just going to be a splash page of that. You can't do it all yet. Tickets will be on sale January 2nd, all right? January 2nd. Remember, they will be more because they charge a fee, so, but they will be up there. Rooms, I don't know, but we'll probably do them in March again. Again, I don't control Marriott anymore. I wish I did, but that's out the window. So, anyway, just if you can remember, usually we do lose rooms along the way, so just don't panic, all right? And I'll get the other hotels. And here they are. Thank you, Travis.
Are we in trouble?
Oh, if you're damn well in trouble. Yeah. Solid goal. I've been working hours. So, I usually give out awards to fans or people, volunteers, but I thought this time we're going to give them to a couple dealers. Here's the reason. These two have done more for me, helping me with, you name it. And through the years, they've stuck by me no matter what. It takes a lot to run that damn room. And Abby does a very good job. But without the core dealers, I can't do this. These two will report what's happening at the conventions, how the sales are overall. They tell me the trends that are going on. This isn't just about, well, show up and hopefully you can schlep some stuff for a weekend. It's a business. We have to make sure we're doing everything we can. And these two always are willing to share numbers. They're always willing to ask their friends how things are going. And they help me plan. And I can get information to them on our private site and say, this is what we're expecting. Do this now, 3 months out. Do this now, 2 months out. We constantly are updating things. And it helps. But Deb always steps in, what do you need? What the hell do you need? I need some hats. Fine, you got your hats. I need a skirt and top. Fine, you got your skirt and top. We're both going to decorate the hell out of our booths, make them look really good. And then her poor husband ends up, covered in stuff. So I really, really wanted to thank them. And I know John is probably at the booth right now, right? Yeah. So you can give this to him. For your service. Again, I'm not trying to favor anyone or anything. It's just these two have done so much for me over the past 5 years. And it helps. It really does. Gus is also a big supporter of mine, Dr. Gus. And yeah. So you know, we have new stuff here. I'll let you, here, take a picture quick. Here, I'll do it one with them, and then that's it then. Okay, ready? Smile. Okay.
Thank you. We love you.
Give him a big hug. So I've been talking to Gus, and because we have, Wisconsin is German, so just let's face it, we are going to be doing something new. So my cousin, who has been selling stuff in there, is going to work with us. We're going to start a Krampus line. And we are going to be going to Krampusnacht next year in Milwaukee. We're going to try to get a table, and we're going to have an entirely new line of TeslaCon Krampus stuff. Christmas cards, medals, pins, you name it. So it's something we know the fans like, and he really likes it. I've been researching a lot of it. We're going to go off the old Austrian, Bavarian designs, not the real gross. It's the wizened kind of, the Krampus who goes with St. Nick. And we're going to come up with Christmas cards and stickers and all kinds of fun stuff. So that's something new we're going to try. And you'll see it next year too, but obviously before anyone else does. So you get your chance first. Again, if you can, go into the dealer room and support them. They need it. This is the last con of the year. Most stuff doesn't start for another 2 to 3 months for them, and this is the money they use to live on. So they need it. I want to thank the hotel. They've been pretty good about stuff. Weren't the meals wonderful this year? Hassan's wife came in, who is also Egyptian, and made stuff for us. And it's just, they've all tried really pretty good. And I just want to thank everyone for being there, for being part of it, and for helping. It means a lot. TeslaCon is not me, it's everybody. And I mean that. It's when everybody pitches in and does what they're asked. It all works like a machine, and it does work. So I do want to thank everybody. But I'll start wrapping things up soon, and then I'll have the other two people come up. Tickets will still be available for just a little bit, and then we're going to close her up. The main thing to remember is Yes, we have a finite number of tickets. It is going to be always capped at 700 now, okay? That doesn't mean we won't be on that, but it's really a reserve number. I have to hit those numbers. We're already more than halfway there. So we're way ahead. We're probably about 60% already. So that's a testament to you that you think enough of it to come already. And there's a good portion of you, and I think I can ask this, who plans to bring new people with them next year? Yeah. So, check on Facebook next week. I might be doing something. We'll see if I can process them in time. There's a couple things. But I think, like I said, the majority of the tickets will be up and January 2nd. I can't think of much else. I just want to thank everyone so much. You've been so kind. No, I'm not. I know you're going up here.
We want to thank the fandom too.
Oh yes. You know, TeslaCon isn't the only convention, but we've seen a lot in the past few years. I mean, admit it, we've had the COVID plague, and it decimated a lot of conventions. A lot did not come back. And when Brian and I started this, he's the quiet partner. He's like, let's put aside money every year. So I did. I put aside a couple thousand every year. So when it hit, I had a reserve. A lot of people don't do that. I was trained by some smart people in advertising. And we weathered the storm, and it was fine. So there's a lot of things that happen, but we're slowly rebuilding these conventions after that, and it's taken till now to get there. And I think next year will probably be the first truly normal year we have. This year's still a little goofy, but I think next year will be a lot more normal. And I want everyone to come. I hope you can bring new friends. Just to let you know, this is the one thing that really surprised me this year. Several people have died over this last year. And one family came and told me a person who I knew had died. And they said, well, they wanted to come, because she always talked about it. And they were having a great time last night. I talked to someone whose mother died, who brought their family. And they plan to come every year from California because this is what she liked. It's more than just a con, as we said. It's a fandom that's become a family here. And I think that's something we all need to remember. It is what you make it. But it's also, we make a lot for ourselves here. We meet people. Someone just got engaged this afternoon. Said I better be at the wedding. But, you know, but it's one of those things where it endures no matter what. So I have to thank them. I want to thank everyone. There are too many people right now, and I'm very tired, and I should remember everyone's name, but I got to remember, you know, my students' names in the morning, and that's hard enough. But I'll be at the breakfast. But please remember a couple things. One, you can always talk to me. I may not get right back to you within 24 hours, but 48 to 72, I try to get back to you. Talk to me directly. You don't need to go through other people. You don't need to do third-party round the robin. I don't want to bother them, but I need to know something. Just talk to me. That's why I'm here. Okay? I'm not on a pedestal. Well, sort of. It's just me. It's just me. And I'm right there for you. I will listen, and if there's a concern, I'll listen to you. Okay? So I just want you to remember that. I want you to remember to have fun, and I want you to remember that this isn't ending right now. We're still going. And next year we're going to have things that most people have never even seen in this room. Your eyes are going to be like, oh my God, there's dinosaurs. And Jack Sparrow. And Muppets. Or Or should we have a Jack Sparrow dinosaur Muppet hybrid? All right, I'll see about that. But people are weird. Yeah, Elvis. Yeah, I know, Elvis. You know, what the hell we can do with Elvis? But I think we're just going to put a picture of a kitchen sink and go guest of honor, because I will say this though, and I have told you before, and I mean, this is a nautical theme, all right? But remember, there are mermaids and other things, Boom Boom Lagoon, but it's also, it's your chance to really have some fun with some different themes. And I want you to really play with that, because let your imagination soar a little. You know, yes, a mermaid is a mermaid, but is it a mechanical android mermaid? I don't know. As long as the makeup doesn't come off in the chlorine. But there's plenty of things for you to do in design. And when I start putting stuff up this next month early, like I said, give me a couple weeks, Christmas is right around the corner, and I gotta buy presents for those kids. Just start thinking, and I'm gonna start throwing a lot of stuff up, and you're gonna start seeing stuff. Navy blue is the predominant color next year, but we can play with a lot of different things. So remember, we're gonna have a town, right now Port Royale, but whatever, and we're gonna be looking for a lot of different fun things to put in that. So think of that, okay? And think about how to be creative and how to have fun with it. The more we can do, the more fun we can have, the bigger it gets every year. And I don't just mean in size, but bigger in feeling, because I think this year you proved to me this convention has heart. And I appreciate that more than anything any of you could say. Really. I know Lizzie did you want to say something about the donations, quick?
Yes, I want to thank everybody that participated in thought and putting stuff for the Team Home Foundation for the Hungry, the food drive. You guys are amazing. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you bring it.
Of course.
And creating a proposal for us. It's a team effort from the creation of the logo, the sign, and if you don't want to carry stuff back, you can always drop it off. The table's still up, and we'll carry it out for you. So thank you.
Okay. I know a lot of people have approached me and said, we really want to help, we want to do something. I really appreciate it. But right now, I just need, like I said, about a week to 2 weeks off. And then private message me, and directly on Facebook if you can. Yes, I'm old. And I'll see it, and or get to Eileen, and she'll get it to me. And yeah. Oh, and another thing, when you see the Elon Musk people on TeslaCon fans, tell me so we can get rid of them. Jeez, it's like these people are like the scourge of society. I think we should call it TeslaCon X. Band. So, jeez. So, we are not a car company, we're a steampunk company. They're just so weird. So anyway. Yeah, I know. So, I do want to have our two judges up here, Lisa and Bob, and then we will bring up our escape room people to tell you who the winner is. These two are going to give out awards.
Ready? Before we take over, though, I think we all need to be on our feet and raising the loudest sounds we can for the gentleman that is standing to our right. Because without Eric John Larson, there would be no TeslaCon. Let's hear it. Keep going. Woo! Woo! And as Eric has so eloquently told us over and over and over again, this is all about the fandom, all about us, all about you. And so we have competitions going throughout the weekend to give people an opportunity to show off who they are, what they can do, and how they live their steampunk and creative lives. And we had a competition on Friday night for the art and exhibit area, and we had some amazing contestants in 8 different categories. And we want to at least give them a verbal shout out. We've already given certificates of merit to those that won, but these people deserve recognition.
I just can't believe how creative, everyone's so creative. It's amazing. And then to hear the stories behind how they were created, that's what we really like the best.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to let my beloved exceptional Lisa Bennett start off with the top she has.
We have, for an original fez, we have Palm Tree Fez by Mary Prince.
We had a wonderful competition on hobby camels, and I think I saw a few of them racing through the hotel with their steeds at hand throughout the weekend. But we had 2 outstanding entries for that. We had Toe by Christina Bundren, great hobby camel, one of our top 2 winners. And then we also had Sir Camelot and Guinevere by Janine and John Wardale. So,
those are good. There was a lot of the camels, but those were hard to pick. They were all fun. They were all really neat.
hey, when you can crown a camel, you can do it well.
Yep. Then we have ancient Egyptian jewelry, which is beautiful without even any words. It's just gorgeous to look at. We have Necklace from the Tomb of Nemo the First by Dr. Anita Turtleby. It was beautiful. And another beautiful one was Beaded Scarab Skull Collar by Lisa Ashton. Very nice.
Well, and as you all know, I like things big and bold, so that was one of my favorite categories.
Bob was going to take a couple. I had to stop him.
No, I wouldn't do that, would I? No. Our next category was canopic jars, and our winner of that category went above and beyond because we had mini sarcophagus, we had canopic jars. There was a whole story behind each piece that was in the display.
It's really nice.
Douglas Dahlberg did an amazing job with his pre-dynastic fertility god Min display.
And his daughter helped him too. We want to add that. We have the Cloak of Many Colors, and we had a beautiful winged, gorgeous cloak which was called Wadget's Cloak of Protection. And again, Dr. Anita Turtleby. It was beautiful.
And to go hand in hand with that, our next category was head coverings. And Dr. Anita Turtleby was outstanding. She had 4 items that won during the evening competition. She won for her Mask of Wadjet, the winged snake goddess of Lower Egypt, and that was Dr. Anita Turtleby.
Mummified animals were great.
We're not finished yet. We got one more.
So sorry.
Many of you saw throughout the weekend wonderful leather masks that had been created by our beloved steampunk pope, also known as R.J. Lundgren, and his Anubis #2, which was the bold red and blues deco style Anubis mask that I was wearing all weekend, was the top choice of the patrons for RJ's entries of 8 masks. So let's hear it for them.
Yes, that was beautiful. One of my favorite categories was the mummified animals. I got a real kick out of those.
Well, everybody's looking for their mummy, aren't they?
They were awesome. We have Castor, a Lower Nile beaver, Craig Williams. And another one that just made me giggle was a balloon dog that was mummified. Good Boy by Nancy Kugel.
Very cool. I had to laugh because I've got a gilded balloon dog on my desk at work, and I never thought I'd see a mummy one. That was great. Next we had the water recycler carrier competitions. And the competitors in this went way above and beyond board. I mean, these looked like movie props. They were amazingly done. Our first award of merit went to Major Tom's Galactic Water Generator, created by none other than Dr. Anita Turtleby. And the other one that was an award of merit winner looked like it came right out of the set of the steampunk Dune revival. It was Haboob's Survivor, and it was done by Esmeralda Pretty John Jones.
She's up there in the front.
She's right down in front showing it.
She'll tell you all about it, too.
I think I'm done.
We also had some pieces of artwork which were absolutely fascinating and just beautiful to look at. We had, was it beaded Eternal Wings by Nancy Kugel. Yes, bead embroidery framed. It was just gorgeous, just beautiful.
Very nice. I actually told her that if it went missing, it's not at my house.
Right?
Yep. Yes. And then the last one of the contestants that we had was actually in the art category, and it was a non-awarded category, but one for everybody to enjoy. One of our great supporters and one of our main helpers this year for behind-the-scenes work, Eric had shouted her out earlier, but she showed off some of her relics pieces done by Gayla Grice.
And we absolutely hope you do this next year to fascinate us again, because they are wonderful, and we hope you can come and see them after they're displayed as well.
Do that.
Beautiful.
And we are now going to turn it back over to our Lord and best friend for TeslaCon, Lord Hastings Robert Bobbins himself.
Yay! Thank you.
Thank you both. Do you like the art competitions? Do you like going to them? Because right now I have 4 ideas. We'll probably bring it up to about 8. So one of them will be a Lego competition. Big Lego competition. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Because then the little kids can also enter. We'll have a special award for them. So because of dinosaurs coming, I figured we better do that. So I didn't want to leave them out. And next up are Lance and Amy Larson. Ian, not Owen. That part of the family. And they are going to announce the winners.
Can you hear me? Excellent! All right, who were my Tea Society 2 graders? And what did I tell you to do if you died? There you go. Let Anubis hear it in the wherever he is in the do-what. All right, we had a lovely time with you guys. I was locked in the tomb most of the time here, so it was all good. But some of you made it out. We had 22 teams. 22 teams go through the escape room. Let's see here. 9 lived and 13 died. Buried in sand forever under the Egyptian desert. That's what we like. It's what we like. So, a couple other things. I want to skip a couple shout outs real quick. Travis for all the CNCing. Travis, thank you. My lovely and amazing wife over here for 3D printing everything, including a 10-foot tall obelisk, 3D printed, 8 hours, or no, 8 days per piece. And who got to sit on the lovely camel out there? Lady Wednesday, Queen of Denial. The lovely seamstress over here did that. All right, well, with that end, lots, and our family supports lots of other wonderful things. But thank you to Eric and all of the crew here for making everything possible. The lady who, the team who painted everything, all of the cutouts, that was lovely done. It was very hard to paint those things. But now, we're handing this over to my dear lovely, my lovely lady over here, who's going to announce who actually got through the fastest and disappointed Anubis the most.
Oh no, Anubis Anubis is most pleased.
Oh.
Because thanks to the efforts of these teams, the stolen amulets that were missing from the sarcophagus were returned, and his anger has been sated. Our top 3 teams showed great teamwork and a lot of preparation. They came in knowing a lot about Egypt. And our 4th team showed a lot of chaos and enthusiasm. So we would, before we announce the top 3 teams, we'd like to give a shout out to our 4th place with a time of 11 minutes and 53 seconds. These were your staff, guys. They didn't have time to prepare at all. They showed up at 9:30 last night and said, we want to do it. And so a shout out to the Bobbins boys for getting the 4th highest score.
One quick note, there's a sandbox in there that you could use to uncover the things. When they did it, there was sand everywhere. My flashlight was like the beams of light through the sand in there. It was wonderful.
So for our top 3 teams, after we've announced them, I'd like you guys to come over here for photo opportunities. We have certificates to give the top 3 teams, and also we have a little prize for our 1st place winners. Anubis was so pleased with your efforts that he has provided an Ushabti to be a servant to follow you into the afterlife. In 3rd place, with a time of 11 minutes, 5 seconds, Team the Fireflies.
Yay! Stand up, if you're there, stand up, Fireflies.
Woo!
Excellent. Well done.
And in 2nd place, with a time of 9 minutes and 19 seconds, Airship Rocinante.
Yay! Stand up. There we go. Well done, well done.
And in 1st place, with a time of only 8 minutes, 25 seconds, T-Rex.
Yay! All right. All right, I think that's it. Anything else?
That's it. We'd like
We'll
to see
meet
you
you
guys
guys over there.
after the end of opening ceremonies for
Thank you
photo
for not
ops.
thank you for letting it last throughout the weekend. And the tube is now open. If you want to grab the flashlights and go through it and just check it out, take photos, please do, and don't get lost.
Did you enjoy the escape room, everyone? So leave it open for a little bit so you can go through it. If you haven't seen it, you should. At least you can see all the walls that were painted by the ladies. It is fun to watch. It is fun to look at. I do want to thank George, Neil, Melissa, and the gang all back here who... Poor Melissa last night was trying to find the songs, so we were like, what thumb drive is it on? And we're like trying to put it in all these different slots. And so, again, thank you. You know, when you go to a convention, sometimes you don't know what you're going to see. You don't know what you're going to get. You don't know too much. And we try to be upfront with everything, like, well, these are all the panels. But again, some of this stuff you guys do, it's like, we're having this party in our room and it's just for hot fudge sundaes. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I don't know anything about that. And you guys make a really concerted effort to include everybody. And I think that says something about the fandom, but also about the people that attend this convention. Over 40% of you only go to this convention. Did you know that? Roughly 40%. And I thank you for that. You've entrusted me with your vacation time, I guess, your PTO. And that means a lot to me. When I worked on Star Wars, a very long time ago. Yeah, I know, yeah. I met a lot of people. And it was interesting because I got to know Jeremy Bulloch, who played Boba Fett, and I got to know Peter Mayhew, who played Chewbacca, very well. They were pretty good friends of mine. I was especially very close to Jeremy. He would come out to the house, my mother would make dinner, and he used to go, "I love American food," and she made it a certain way for him. And I would ask them a lot of questions, just off-the-cuff questions, because it was more fun just to hear their answers. And I remember they both, Jeremy said it, but and Peter did, but Jeremy probably said it best when we were sitting alone. And I said, "What do you remember most about things?" And he said, "Sometimes it isn't what I do." And I said, "What do you mean?" And he said, "Sometimes you just have to be there." And I said, "I don't get it." And he goes, "Well, the character is on screen only for 8 minutes in Empire Strikes Back. I don't know if you knew that. And he only has, 3 lines. Put him in the cargo hold, you know. Not great, English there, but he said more people have been affected by that character than he could ever have imagined. I said, "Why do you think that is?" He goes, "I think people crave something that they don't necessarily understand, and it's adventure and excitement and escape." And he goes, and Peter was close, and he had chimed in. This is when I was sitting at a table with, nearby with 3 admirals, 2 generals, and Bib Fortuna. And I kid you not, that's really what happened. And we were all talking about it then, and Kenny Baker chimed in. He said, "A lot of people my size never get represented." And he said, "It means a lot." And I said, "What about like some of the characters?" And he goes, Jeremy was very poignant. He said, "It doesn't really matter except the fact that we make them happy." And I said, "Why?" And he said, "I have more people giving me things every day at these conventions, pictures they make of my character, and music they compose." And he listed a ton of things. He goes, "We have a room full of it at my house," which, as he put it, "My wife doesn't know what to do with it." And I said, "Does it mean a lot to you?" And he goes, "All those moments meant more to him than being in the film." And I thought that was very interesting, because he said, "I can carry that through the rest of my life." And that's sort of what this is like for me. I didn't expect to do this. As I've told you before, Brian and I thought, 2 or 3 years, it's done. Done. But after year 3 in Muppets in Space, well, shit, what do you do? And that was it. So I hope, in a way, I'm doing what they did. They're all gone now. And I learned a lot from those people. They were my friends. But I hope, in a way, I learned from them something. That by giving something of yourself, you get a lot more back in return. And I hope that resonates with everybody, because the more we can do for each other, I think the more we'll get back in the end. And I think that means a lot, considering the days we live in these times. So I want to thank everyone for coming, everyone for assisting, everyone for being part of it. I appreciate you more than any of you will ever know. And I truly, truly thank you. So please go shopping. Please sign up for next year. I work for Disney. What do you think I'm going to do? Oh, come on, everyone. Let's buy tickets. Gee. Or I could do it to the doughboy too. It's like, let's buy tickets, everybody. Yeah, I did those all. God, that would be just frightening, wouldn't it? But the last person I really want to thank, well, there's 2, is Lynn, stand up, Lynn, who is my sounding board for so much stuff. And my conscience, she really does help. But finally is Tony, who's the new me. So Tony has to deal with all the rigmarole. And everyone made the comment, "You look more calm and relaxed." Well, that's because he isn't. I'm able to do what I need to do because of Tony. So please give him a big round of applause. He deserves it. If I missed anyone, I'm sorry. Yes, Big Sur, thank you. I know, where is she? Is she around? She's probably putting stuff away. Oh, okay. So that's how it works. Fixer has actually been with me since the very beginning. This goes back to 1999, I believe. Her and her husband helped me out with FilmCon. And she's always helped me with the one thing she does, tech. And then of course Josh got his job at Apple, so good luck. But I just told her, I said, you know, the last computer he built me, I gotta replace it now. She says, how old is it? I said, it's 12 years. She says, oh my God. Yeah, it's like, it's finally dying. So I had trouble with stuff this year. So, yeah, she's been with me, so thanks to Fix for everything. And also, just in general, the Ritchie family, who, they are big supporters. They come up every year, and Dennis and the kids all pitch in. And it's just, yeah, they really do deserve an applause. So I will leave it there. Go shopping. Go have fun for another hour. Go to the escape room, look at all the dead things. Take some pictures, post them. What? Oh, okay. Oh. I'm over 60. I don't know that stuff. I have a hard enough time with Instagram, so okay. What? Oh. But anyway, so, well. Oh, what? Okay, the VIPs are almost sold out, so there we go. Just so you know, that money goes immediately to Ed. That's where the money goes. I'm going to be quite transparent with it. When I called him again about 3 weeks ago, he goes, don't worry about it. I said, no, you're getting paid up front. I do that for a couple reasons. One, I know right where the money goes. But two, it also makes it so they know I'm not fooling around. I'm straight up, I do it, and it's done. And I don't have to worry about it now. So that's where the money goes, folks. I don't pocket it or anything. I send it off to the people who are going to be coming. And I try to be very open about that. So, thank you. You've made your own dream come true. I guess that's it. Again, thank you. It's hard to say goodbye, isn't it? But you know what? Yes. My grandmother used to say this to me. I go, bye-bye, Grandma, and she'd go, we'll see you soon, sweetie. And that's sort of what I'm a teacher. They call me Professor Grandpa, so see you soon.